Monday, August 22nd, and it is another episode of Let There Be Talk. Thank you for joining me here on this late in the month, coming to an end of the year. What do we got? 5 more months left, and then 2023 zooming by. I say it every week. The only reason I say it every week is when I say the date, I'm like, holy shit, another week has gone by. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is been boiling hot here in LA for about 3 fucking weeks. And, man, it's humid, strange, unusual weather here in LA. And, somebody said yesterday, yeah, it's August. And then it hit me. I was like, oh, that's right. It is August. It was always hot in August my whole entire life. 56 years old. August was always a cooker. So, yeah, we're in August. I do know the planet is melting because I see it every day on Yahoo and Google News and stuff like that. California is going to sustain the most insane floods you've never seen. It's going to be just atmospheric rivers for weeks on end, and the whole state will just wash away, possibly in 53 years. They put a little asterisk after that. You're reading this like, holy shit. It's not going to be an earthquake. It's not going to be a drought. It's going to be a flood. I was like, wait a minute. I thought we have no water. Yeah, but we're going to get all the water one day. Well, then it resets the world, right? Then it's like, oh, okay, we got water. But I don't know. But, man, I know they do just try to fucking scare you every day. You guys got to get up. I'm alive. I'm going to go out and live today. That's what you got to do. Damn. Don't be watching the news. Oh, my God. Do not watch the news anymore. It's over. You can't watch the news anymore. Remember when you're young and every night at 6, your parents would just watch the news. 6 p.m. Got to watch the news. Got to see what's going on. There's no internet or anything. And you had to just turn on whatever newscaster you thought was hot. I like this one. I'm going to watch this one. I think she's hot. I think that's how people chose their news by the newscaster. Like, this guy's cool. He's got like a Magnum PI mustache. Parts it on the side. You know, Ron Burgundy style. And then you just turn on the news and it was crazy. You'd be like, all right, sports. Find out who fucking won last night because there's no internet. I got to find out who won the game. I got to bet on it. And I didn't see the game. And then it would be weather. And then at the end of the news, it'd be some goofy dude that would be like, we're going to go try the caramel apples down at the state fair. These are yummy. And then the news would end. But not these days. You just fucking carrying around this paranoia machine in your hand called the phone. And you just fucking, as soon as you look at it, you're like, oh, fuck. Atmospheric rivers. I got to get out of here. I don't know, man. I think that the best way to go is just not live on paranoia, I guess. And fear. I have no idea. But, here we are. It's going to be a solo episode today. And the reason why, I got some guests in the can, but I thought it's going to be really tough to follow up Gene Simmons with no matter who I put on there, because it was just so fucking insane, the response. And I've been doing it 11 years, 661 episodes. It's number 661 today. And this episode is absolutely lit fire. I think some of the greatest compliments were, I don't listen to Kiss, and I didn't know anything about Gene Simmons. I know he likes to just make money or whatever. And they all came away from that episode as, wow, this guy was actually a music fan and freak, and just like all of us, got into playing in Kiss because of how much he loved rock and roll. There's not a guy walking around that doesn't like rock and they go, yo, I'm just going to start a band. The guy knows all kinds of music. It was just incredible to hear him just spit out knowledge. He could just drop Dead or he could talk about Mastodon, or he could talk about some obscure 50s guy jumping Gene Simmons. The guy has it in his head. People loved it. You got a couple haters out there, which is great. You always get those guys out there like, yeah, this fucking guy asks the same questions all the time. It's like, oh yeah, cool. Turn it off. Turn it off, you dum-dum. But man, did people dig it, and it felt great, and it was just unbelievable. And I can't thank Gene Simmons enough. What a fucking wild ride it's been all week. And I try to answer all the emails and the DMs just, to say thank you. And if you're a new listener here, thank you for joining on. Once in a while, I do solo episodes and talk about music and life and everything like that. So I wanted to dig in and just say that was definitely a full-on insane thing for me to have Gene Simmons on. It's still sinking in. And not in a fanboy. People are like, oh, you really fanboyed out. Oh, yeah. You wouldn't fanboy out to like your favorite musician coming to your apartment and sitting down for a few hours? The person that basically made you who you are, motivated you to play music, and everything I've done was because of Gene Simmons. The first fucking day I saw him, it motivated me to get up there on stage and take a risk in life. Funny to think about motivation. I made a joke, I think it was about a year ago, where I was like, I should just be a motivational speaker. Those guys they just say stuff and the certain people gravitate towards it. I need something. I need some motivation. Gene Simmons being my motivation. I never even met the guy back in the day, but everything he did, I was like, man, how do I do that? It's wild to think about motivation or being unmotivated. I was just tripping on it yesterday. I went to this open house. I go to open houses on Sunday, all different reasons. I love architecture. You guys know that. I put it all over my fucking Instagram feed. And I also love design. I like to go see interiors. And I like to just get out of the house. I used to do it years ago a lot. And then I got away from it. And now I'm very much back into it. And it's the best thing to do for free on a Sunday. It's absolutely free. You can go in someone's house and just clown on it. Look at this fucking guy's toilet, anything. So yesterday I went to this house by this architect named Ray Cappy. And he's a famous architect that passed away a few years ago. And, he built some unreal stuff in America, or mostly Los Angeles, I would say. And I'm not really sure of every one of his buildings, but whenever I see him, I'm always blown away by just looking at this stuff. It's just crazy. Mid-century glass and wood, post and beam. So I go to this house yesterday, and I will give you the address so you can look it up on Google or Zillow or whatever you want to use. It's 272 Mesa Lila Road, Lila Road, Glendale, California. And you will understand what I'm talking about. This house was motivation to me. It's crazy. I don't know what motivates you. I'm not motivated by money. I'm just mostly motivated by trying to get to a spot in life where I can chill. I don't even know if I would be able to chill. I've worked my entire life, mostly 6-7 days a week, no matter what I did. Music, selling motorcycles, comedy. It's pretty much a 7 days a week, 18 hours a day job. You're constantly grinding. Right now, I've been grinding, getting these video clips up on Instagram, seeing if that could catch some fire. Seems like everybody's putting up clips. How come you don't have clips? And it's funny. I figured out finally, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to let people see the comedy and understand why I love comedy and why, I love doing it so much. I want you guys to check out some of the bits. So I started posting them up last week. Now, before I didn't post them up because it was like I'm working on material and you're hoping to do a special and then you release it and people see it and then you chop it up and make clips. And, that's what I was hoping for. But since I don't really have a special, and I can shoot one myself, I know that. But, you're writing material, man. It takes a long time, like about a year, to get material really fucking good. So when you're writing it, it's not just like, some people are freaks of nature. I really don't know how Dave Chappelle writes still. I'd like to interview him one day. But, he had like 3 specials out last year. Other people, it takes years. Some people do the same material for years. I've seen people do material for 10, 15 years. Same stuff. I could never do that. I'd just go crazy. The material just stops working for me. But my point is, I never wanted to be famous. I don't want to be famous. I want to just be a working comedian and then be able to enjoy life without stressing out all the time. And that is definitely the one of the side effects of working for yourself or going for it in life and not having that 9 to 5. I understand that. But there's really no guarantee in your 9 to 5. So many people lost their gigs over the last 4 or 5 years. Brutal out there. Jobs going away. All that. But I understand. It is a side effect of doing what I do. But like I said, I love what I do, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. So I go to this house yesterday, and it's a motivator. This thing's $2.1 million. You have to have so much money to be able to buy a house at that price. So much money. You have to have about $10 million to buy a house like that. Because you got mad property taxes. You have mad just irregular taxes. It's just insane. But if I won the lottery, in the great words of my mom, I would have bought this place yesterday. Immediately, room, and I walked into it. Small, 3-bedroom, beautiful lot, pool outside, and 2-car garage, all glass, just beautiful. But the cool thing about it was just sitting in these semi kind of woods of the Glendale Hills. So it felt kind of like Pasadena to me, but it was Glendale, I guess. You could hear the coyotes in the background. Gertie didn't like that. But walk in there and it's motivation. It's inspiration. A certain house, a certain car, a certain outfit, being around the right people. These things can motivate you and they can inspire you to carry on and keep going. I'm a type of guy who I feel like I constantly have to have my back up against the wall to just keep fucking driving. I don't really know what I would do if I was comfortable. I might just tap out and sit around and be like, all right, I'm good. Who knows? I don't know. But I do know that when my back is against the wall and I'm freaking out, which is 98% of the time, I tend to do my best work. I'm looking at this place right here, the Gordon Hildred Goetheschel house. I don't know what the fuck. Those are the people that live there or something. Ray Cappy, 1954. the architect's first single-family residence, and the start of a pioneering and influential career that would span nearly 7 decades. At Mesa Lila, you see Cappy's explorations into a vocabulary that would signify his early work. The emphasis, God damn, that word's hard for me to say. The emphasis is on the spectacular floor-to-ceiling glass. Oh my God, I still can't believe I can't say that. The emphasis. That's a fucking tough word for the Delray to say. Surrounded by nature and distant views. Oh my God, to say the least. It's insane. Natural light spills in from all directions, animating the space and casting slow-moving shadows throughout the day. I love the people who write these descriptions. This is a house you're going to go look at to buy. The property has just undergone a complete overhaul, full restoration. I got to tell you, man. Anyway, the place was mind-boggling, and it definitely motivated me of like, wow, how could I get there? But then you start to think, do I want to get there? Do I want to have those troubles? I'm just fine with doing stand-up every night, making people laugh. And at the end of the day, I got to keep remembering that. Like, this is fucking great. I got the podcast. I'm doing comedy. Almost 13 years. And all good. All good. But everybody needs some kind of motivation. And seeing that just gives me a little motivation in more ways than one. How can I write better? And also, how can I be a better comedian? Because I'm not in a way of like, how can I buy this place? But holy shit, Ray Cappy was a genius. This guy was a fantastic architect. He was at the fucking top there, man, with Neutra and Frank Lloyd Wright and you know, all these guys. These guys were great. So how can you get great at something you do? And, you know, it comes down to some people are just natural great. Some people work their ass off and get there one day. And then other people are just never going to be great. And, you know, you just go, well, I guess I'm never going to be great. But I don't think you really know that until maybe you die. You're laying there. You're like, I was never great. Can you imagine your last words? Any last words? I was never great. Fuck, man. I don't know. Anyway, that's a classic. I was never great. It's a good bumper sticker. That's a bad bumper sticker, I mean, actually. That would be terrible for your last words. Just like, oh, how sad. They're all laying around. You take your last breath. I was never great. Oh, fuck. Spooky. Anyway, Gene Simmons. Holy shit. Dream come true. And I'm going to keep taking it there. Keep getting guests. Keep grinding. And thank you all for tuning into that episode and the great kind words and sharing it all over the place. I've said it over and over. If you like something I do, just share it. Share it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, anywhere you want. Especially these new comedy clips I've been putting up. Put that shit all over the place. Let's go Metallica style. Grassroots. Let's do it. Let's see if we can get a 56-year-old man on the map doing comedy. Metallica style. Spread the word. Put a flyer up at your work, at the lunchroom. This guy's fucking funny. That's what Instagram is now. It's a flyer. It's a digital flyer. Speaking of Metallica, oh shit, what was it? Garage Days came out yesterday. How many years ago was that? Let me look at that. 35 years ago, Garage Days dropped. Still one of the greatest Metallica releases. Super underrated. The perfect kind of bridge from Jason joining the band into the masterpiece known as Injustice for All. I remember it dropped. Garage Days Revisited, the 598 EP. Remember that? They had that little sticker on there. If the record store tries to charge you more, steal it. Total punk rock. Here's a band that's coming off Master of Puppets. They lose the legendary Cliff Burton, the actual god of bass and flavor, king of the 4-string metal. They lose him right when they do one of the greatest records of all time. One of the greatest thrash metal records and one of the greatest records ever, Master of Puppets. And then they got to get Jason in the band. And, you know, they've got to figure out what to do. Is the chemistry going to be gone? Has the full circle been, you know, broken? Is this going to work? They try to do a little writing. They go in. Doesn't go very well. They do come up with Blackened. They just shelve that for a little bit. Decide to do an EP in Lars's garage. And Jason, being the ex-construction worker that he was, basically built out the garage into a rehearsal room, and they ignited the mighty Garage Days Revisited EP. That's where they rehearsed it up and got it ready. Then they went down to L.A. and recorded it at Conway, which is a great studio, and A&M. The CD at the time, which CDs were a new format, was $9.98, which was pretty funny. You know, $9.98. I remember when CDs, the first one I got, I think it was like $25 or something, $20. Like, what the fuck? Record companies just robbing you. Then you had to get a CD player. It was a whole fucking thing. But that EP dropped, and it taught a lot of people about some bands that they didn't know. Diamond Head, Killing Joke, Misfits. I found Misfits through Metallica. I didn't know Misfits before Metallica. Of course, I worship Glenn Danzig and those first couple of Danzig records, but I wasn't a Misfits guy. I missed that. And now I love the Misfits. Loved them for years. And I really found out about them because fucking Cliff Burton had the Misfits tattoo, and they would cover Misfits songs. And, you know, so I was finding stuff. I've always said this, man. These guys were listening to music that none of us were listening to. Even when I interviewed Kirk Hammett, he was turning people on over in Berkeley and Oakland and El Cerrito to music that nobody knew about. Kirk Hammett way fucking deep into insane new wave of British heavy metal stuff. I was listening to Saxon and Accept, Scorpions, and Maiden, and who else was I getting into? Of course, Def Leppard, The High and Dry, and On Through the Night EP, Priest, you know, all that stuff. But the new wave of British heavy metal, I was Saxon and that stuff, you know, which was still also kind of underground. There wasn't a lot of people listening to Saxon. Except, you know, first time I heard Fast as a Shark, I was like, what the fuck is that? Pure metal. But they dropped the EP, and man, I remember just listening to this thing every fucking day. Every day. They re-released it in 2018. I'm not talking about the Garage Inc. That they did later with all the extra tracks. I'm talking about a full, legit re-release of the EP. I had it on vinyl. Sold it a few years ago. Got some good money for it. Really rare. What a masterpiece of just... Yeah, it's just pure fucking Metallica. You put it on, Helpless, The Small Hours, The Wait, Crash Course in Brain Surgery, Last Caress, Green Hell. Great, great shit. Imagine the money that they put into these people's pockets, these bands. Like I remember when they redid it, when they did the Garage Inc. and they did the Merciful Fate medley, and just immediately Hank Sherman and King Diamond just getting some money. Can you imagine you're like in Killing Joke and they cover the weight and the thing sells like 4 million copies? How many copies does this thing sell? Let me see if I can look it up. It sold a lot of fucking copies. Crazy. Let's see if I can find it. Trying to find out how much this fucking sold. Chart positions. Charted in at number 28 on the Billboard. God, that's pretty high for fucking Metallica at the time, you know. It went gold, sold 50,000 in Canada. In the States, it immediately sold 1 million. That is amazing. That's up there with AC/DC. AC/DC is still more radical. You lose Bon Scott, and then you get Brian Johnson, and Back in Black is the second biggest selling record of all time. But you lose Cliff Burton, and then you get a bass player and you put an EP out and it sells a fucking 1 million copies. That's powerful, man. That's fans saying, hey, man, we're still here for you. Anyway, that thing is great. The album cover's great. Those guys in the shower. You got Kirk Hammett with the Fernandez Strat. You got Hetfield with the White Explorer, of course. And there he is, Jason, on the front. They're all wearing black, of course. Got the full metal look. And they're about to go out and completely change the world in a few years with another monster big record, of course, the Black Album. Anyway, that was 35 fucking years ago. Unbelievable. I love it. I love it. Something funny happened to me a couple days ago. I was talking to my friend on the phone, and, you know, a lot of my friends have kids now. They've had kids for a while. I'm fucking old, so they've had kids for a while, but you know, when you grow up with your friends your whole life, you know these guys inside and out. And then you hear them, go into dad mode. You know, when you hear your friend turn into a dad, like he's talking to me on the phone and he's like, oh yeah, that's fucking crazy. Jimmy, no. I told you, you're not doing that. Your mom and I already discussed it. Now go outside and just turn into dad. You're a dude you've known all your life. You're like, oh, it just felt so weird. You're like, oh, what? Were you just dad there for a minute? Actually weird. I'm talking about friends that you've known your entire life and then they're dad. And you're like, oh, weird. You're in charge of people. You. The guy that fucking... the guy that's done some blow quite a bit in your lifetime. You're in charge of people. It's so funny. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. So, Jimmy, no. Your mom and I talked, and you are not, you're not going to the movies. Anyway, what's going on, dude? The juxtapose of that is so insane. Yeah, I was like, I said, oh man, you fucking just turned into dad there. It's so fucking weird. Dad mode, when your friends turn on the dad. And then you're wondering, is he doing his dad right now? Is dad passed down from dad to dad? Like, you just turn into your dad? I never turned into my dad, thank God. But it's fucking crazy. Unbelievable. I had to just bring that up because it was just funny to me. I wrote it down because I didn't want to forget about it. Insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. I'm getting ready to go to... where am I going? Oh, this week I'm going to be out with Burr. Somewhere. Let me see where I'm going. I'm going out and doing some shows with Bill Burr, which, by the way, he did Fenway yesterday, and I'm waiting to hear how it went because I don't want to bug him because I know it went good. There's no way it didn't go good. But you never want to talk to anyone in case a set went bad. How was it, dude? Ah, fuck. You know? But he fucking did it. Sold it out. 36,000. Crazy. I'm going to be in Reading, Pennsylvania with Bill Burr this week, the 25th, and Buffalo, New York this week on the 26th. So those are the Bill Burr dates coming up. And then, of course, I'm getting ready for that Marcus King tour. And I'm not going to lie. I am fired up to do the Marcus King tour. But also, I think it's put me a little on edge. And it's given me some gnarly anxiety. Because I haven't done a tour in a while where I'm out for 40 days. And it's great. But there's always this thing of like, shit, I got to fucking, I'm out on the road, man. It's a whole different thing. I'm not coming home. So it means I got to bring a lot of shit with me. I got to bring all the podcast gear with me. And then I'll be doing the podcast from the road. And I've got some guests coming up that are pretty monumental. So I'm like, shit, now I'm a slave to certain Wi-Fis in hotels. Also, schedules like, oh shit, the bus is leaving in an hour. I got to do this. And then, at home, thank God we have digital everything now. Back in the day when you would tour, how are you paying your bills? If you're single and live on your own, how are you sending the stuff off? Because the shit came in your fucking mailbox. There was no go online and just pay your gas bill and your phone bill and shit. You would go to the place. Anybody remember that? You would go to the place or you would mail it in. You go down to PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric, and you wait in line and you pay your fucking gas bill. Unbelievable. I don't know how people did anything back in the day. You get off work and you go, well, I got to go do laundry, and then I got to stop by the phone company and pay the phone, and then I got to go by PG&E and pay my gas bill. Wait in lines. Then on Saturday, I got to go to the DMV. It's just fucking lunacy. Crazy. Be out on the road for a year, and your mailbox just fill up with fucking mail. All your bills. You come home, your power's off. Everything's fucking dead in your refrigerator. Wild, man, to think about how easy it is now, but still stressful. Gone from your house. Gone from your friends. I remember when I worked for the Stones, I said I left in 2002 and I came back in 2006. And I had friends that had 3-year-olds. They had kids that were 3. By the time I got back, I was like, oh, wow, you got a kid? They're like, oh, yeah, he's 3. I'm like, oh, fuck. Where have I been? But you know what? Also, I will say this. I cannot wait to hopefully see a lot of people out there that are saying, when you going to come here, when you going to come there, or whatever. I'm coming everywhere on this tour. I'll be all over the place. So hopefully I will get to spark up some new friendships out there and meet a lot of you and see a lot of new people. And I will tell you this, 40 days, as much as I'm stressing right now, I know how fast it goes by. It fucking go by. I mean, I lived in New York for, on and off like 3 years. That shit went by lightning speed. So we start September 9th in Philly. Then we go to D.C., Boston, New York, Columbus, Ohio, Toronto, Pittsburgh. Oh, that reminds me. I got to get my fucking passport out right now. Toronto, Pittsburgh, Grand Rapids, Madison, St. Paul, Indianapolis, Nashville, Atlanta, Texas, Austin, Texas, Phoenix, L.A., San Diego, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, Salt Lake City, Denver, St. Louis, Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, Charlotte, Birmingham, Alabama, and New Orleans. 10:27 it ends. I'll be home probably 10:28 maybe. Maybe 29. And just gone. Crazy. But I'm fired up for it, man. I couldn't think of a cooler thing to do at 56 years old than tour around with some of the greatest musicians and do comedy and rock and roll all over the fucking U.S. Wild. So yeah, I've been a little tilted on that, but ready to do that and then close out the year with some more Burr dates. I will be with Burr. Let's see here. I got it here. In December. I just want to drop these while you guys are listening. You motherfucker. God, I hate touchscreens. I absolutely hate touchscreens. I never got used to them. I missed the BlackBerry buttons. I'm an old man. I like buttons. I like buttons, motherfucker. Okay, here it is. Let's see here. This is just fucking shit. Here we go. So, the other bird dates are December 8th, Idaho, Friday, December 9th, Salt Lake City, and December 10th, Colorado Springs. Awesome. What else is happening? I do have the video clips up. Comedy clips, and thank you for digging those. Very cool. Let's see. I got a couple things in here in my phone I was looking at that I wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah. I love this one. So I've been freaking out, kind of stressing. A lot of stress. I've been talking about it over the last month. And having like whenever you got like stressful decisions to make, somebody will say, yeah, man, we'll just sleep on it. Sleep on it. See how it feels. When you're stressing, there's no fucking way you can sleep. So how did that saying come up? Hey, man, just sleep on it. We'll figure it out tomorrow. No, we won't. Because I'm going to be tossing and turning all fucking night. It's insane. God damn. Sleep on it. Just a bad saying, Hey, man, just sleep on it. I'll tell you something beautiful, something that happened over the weekend. Our good friend Brody Stevens. Yes, you got it. Push and believe. Positive energy. 818 till I die. We lost Brody a few years ago, and they dedicated the city of Reseda, 818, which is August 18th, 818 Day. They dedicated it and made it the Brody Stevens Day, which is just beautiful. And kind of spearheaded by a comedy store, a guy that hangs out around the comedy store and was Brody's friend, like all of us, a guy, Tommy Godlove. And he has been kind of the guy that has been really, going for it in spreading the Brody love over the last few years. He had the Brody Stevens bench done down there at the Reseda Park where Brody used to play baseball. You can go there and sit on this bench that is dedicated to Brody. Beautiful. So he had the bench done, and then he got the 818 Day done. And now, Saturday, by the way, we did a Brody Stevens show on 818 Day at the store Thursday night. It was great. His old manager helped put it together, Dave Raff, and the Sklar brothers were on it. It was me, Whitney, who else was on that? Some other people. I'm just drawing a blank right now. It's so funny how like just 4 days ago is like 6 shows ago, and I'm like, wait, who else was on that? But they put together this beautiful night at the Comedy Store, 818 night. We all celebrated Brody, and then on Saturday, they had a Brody Stevens mural painted in Reseda across the street from the park where the bench is. And first of all, I can't even tell you. So it's this place, Firehouse Greek. It's a Greek restaurant. And it's shared in the same parking lot as this Starbucks. Brody loves Starbucks. And they decided they wanted to get a mural done, and there was all this work that had to be done. They had to get the city council to agree to it, which they did. They love Brody, and they love celebrating Brody because he was such part of the valley. Then they had to find the perfect place to do it. They scouted that for a year. Tommy Godlove did. Looked and looked and looked. Then they found this place, Firehouse Greek restaurant, that was owned by this guy for 24 years. He didn't know who Brody was, but he loved the spirit of Brody once he found out about it and saw videos. He decided he would donate the side of his wall, which is like, I don't know, maybe 2 stories high, a little higher, just huge. And said you could paint Brody here, which shared this drive-through area for the Starbucks. So they get the okay from the Starbucks. So basically, when you're in this drive-through at Starbucks, you get to see Brody up there just while you're waiting with the big smile. And his sayings are up there, which is just absolutely cool. You know, the 818 and positive energy, enjoy it, yes, and push and believe. It's got his mom's dog on there, Daisy. It says Brody Stevens, established 1970, and it's just this perfect mural of Brody. Now you can follow at Brody S Festival of Friendship Walk, or, you know, of course, Brody's Instagram is still up. So we go to this unveiling of the mural on Saturday at 10 a.m. And I sat there, and Brody's mom sat next to me, and his sister, and then there was a bunch of comedians there and friends and Brody's fans. We all gathered. The Starbucks closed the drive-through down for the day so we could all hang out there and unveil this. And this amazing artist from Austin, Texas came out and painted this. And he will be on the Grail this week. And his name is Chris Rogers Art. Chris Rogers Art on Instagram. And he is a muralist and live painter. And this guy killed it. He killed it with the fucking Brody mural. They dropped the tarp. It was covered when we got there, so we didn't know what it looked like. And they dropped it, and it was just giant and beautiful. And immediately just tears were coming out of our eyes. And his mom turned to me and said, "Oh, it looks just like him." And I was just, oh my God. Oh, it was just an incredible sea of emotions and love for our friend Brody Stevens that I think about still every day to this day. And I bring that up mostly because I talk a lot about anxiety and I talk a lot about stress. And I know everybody has it. It's not just the entertainment world, man. I worked fucking selling Harleys and I would stress like, oh my God, is this going to fucking happen? Is he going to buy the bike? Am I going to be able to, survive? Life can just be like just a ton of bricks on you. And the reason I was bringing it up, because somebody was talking to me about it, and I was like, I don't think that we stop for a minute and ask each other, friends, hey man, are you okay? Are you doing all right? And, maybe they say, no, man, I'm not. And then you just take time for a minute to figure out how you could help them. Instead of going, I hear you, man, it's fucking tough for me over here. You know, sometimes people go, hey, how you doing? I go, it's fucking, it's rough right now. And they're like, oh, all right. And then they just cruise on. They're like, oh, I don't want to get into that can. But, you know, it's fucking brutal that we lost Brody. But it is also amazing that the love that we all share still for him. Nobody's forgot Brody. We just love this man. And there we were at a Starbucks parking lot, his favorite. He'd go down to Starbucks. He'd be doing that Prince of Periscope, the steps with Steven, going to the Starbucks. Yes, going to get a Starbucks. And just making people fucking smile. Just beautiful, man. Beautiful human. It was a great, great day out there. And you can see it on my Instagram. I posted up the unveiling of it. And so many people loved it. From around the world, people are Brody fans. And they're like, God, I wish I could have been there. And just some amazing comments, which is so cool. Gary Goldman, who has also battled, you know, some anxiety and troubles with that. And he wrote, love this, thanks for sharing. And I know that really hit him, you know. Rick Ingram, who's just a fantastic friend at the Comedy Store. He doesn't like anyone. He was like, this is beautiful, you know. And, you know, all kinds of great guys down there. And we just had a great Saturday. And then they did a walkathon. I couldn't do that because it was just too hot for Gertie. I brought Gertrude. Gertrude has definitely been my savior. I've said it over and over. But they did a walkathon. They donate all the money to the Comics Give Back. It's just a great, great community. So long live Brody Stevens. I love you, my man. Yes! I hear him all the time in my head. I feel him in the Comedy Store walls. I see his photos down there smiling. I think about him playing the drums on the pillow or on his car steering wheel. I think about those times he was on the podcast. I think about the times we were in New York performing together and walking the streets and him telling me stories about barking and getting people in and working as an usher. I think about Brody all the time. Beautiful man. Beautiful man and a great friend that I met through comedy. I couldn't imagine not having Brody as a friend in my life. I was very lucky to have that man in my life. All right. Anyway, solo episode. I don't know. I try to do them here and there. Just tell you where I'm at. Touch base. And I never know how they're going to come out. I just turn on the microphone. I do know I got some great guests coming up for you. And you guys are going to love it. I'm not going to tell you who right now, but some good stuff coming up. Hope to see you out on the tours. And like I said, if you like what I'm doing, share it on your social media. That is the greatest thing you could do. Share that stuff. Get it out there. Keep the candles lit, my friends. Have a great week. And thank you for joining Let There Be Talk.